let me cut to the chase. There are a lot of job cuts going on. In fact, record numbers that we've seen at least before we certainly had the pandemic to deal with, and it's escalating in the latest period for the first quarter of this year. 270,000 plus were laid off. It's accelerating, too, because even in the once sacrosanct arena where people were almost never laid off, in fact, they always added to the payrolls, close to 103,000 lost their jobs. More are coming. Let's get the read from Dave Dodson, the Stanford School of Business professor. Dave, that is accelerating here, and I'm just wondering where you think this is going.
Well, I think we're going to know tomorrow, Neil, when the jobs report comes out, because, the jobs report is the single most important indicator that we have of where the puck is going to be. It's our leading indicator. And, we want a cooling of the job market. So we have to remember that, some layoffs like we saw at McDonald's, we're seeing it at Walmart, is exactly what we've been, aiming for. And what I'm looking for are three numbers tomorrow, Neil. One is new jobs added are between about 225 and 250,000 jobs. That the number of the average hours worked stays at about 34 and a half hours per week, and that the quit rate is above 2%, but it's below 2.5%. I think if we're in that zone, I think we're on our way to the soft landing that we want. Outside of that, either interest rates are going to fly up again in 70 days or watch the landing gear.
The Federal Reserve, of course, has raised rates a lot from virtually zero about a year ago to where they are now, hovering around 5%. But one thing interesting over the last couple of weeks is, Professor, is a lot of market rates have been coming down on the suspicion that maybe we're heading into a slowdown or worse. Do you agree with that?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, spreads have actually been increasing quite a bit, and everybody's sort of playing the interest rate game of where interest rates are going to be. I'm hopeful that the Fed is going to keep interest rates flat, and that will probably soften the interest rates that consumers pay as we stop anticipating more and more rate increases. But, Neil, we're going to know a lot tomorrow, because if we have a really robust jobs report, you can bet that the Fed is going to crank up the rates again.
When they do, because it seems to be not a matter of if but when, do they space them out more, or are they still gung-ho on going gung higher?
Well, Powell's not calling me for advice these days, but if he did, what I would tell him is I would say do nothing for the next 2 quarters. Give the economy a chance to settle down and absorb what's been a pretty dramatic increase in rates. You look at what it's doing to the banking sector. You look at how it's, we have now the ability to manufacture all the cars that people have been trying to buy. Let's not blow that. I mean, we do need to have some of these blue collar sectors robust. So the Fed needs to just relax and get off the stage for 2 quarters, I think, and let's see what happens. Because right now, interest rates are at a historically reasonable level.
Got it. Dave, thank you very, very much.